Hey guys, Wavy Watches here, and today I'm going to be modifying my 62 MAS. So this is the vintage watch that I made from Aliexpress. It was one of my first videos on this channel, and I've started my last video off saying thank you for 400 subscribers, and I can say thank you for 1,100 subscribers. That is incredible. I'm looking at my stats now and it's 75,000 views. I can't believe it. I'm literally just in my office doing a hobby that I really love. It's a new hobby for me. I'm a new watchmaker. I'm very new to the YouTube making watch videos. Been here for like most of my adult life making some content or another, but this channel's very new. So I really appreciate everyone tuning in, subscribing, all the comments I've been reading. So as you can see on this build, and I think it was brought up on the comment section of the original build, that the hands weren't the best fit for the watch. They were just kind of like standard thin hands, where the 62 MAS hands are a bit thicker. So as you can see, I will be showing you how to take the watch back apart, take the hands off, and then I'll be putting these new hands which actually have the same loom as the dial. So a lot of comments how to remove the crown. So there's a small little lever there, you just got to push it in and the crown will just fall out, minimal pressure, and you can flip it over and give it a little tap and it will come out. And here are the original hands that I put on. They're quite thin and they don't really give it that wow factor, which I think the new hands will. So to take them off, you're going to want them lined up ideally, because it's easier and you're not going to bend them. And I actually reused these hands on the Green Hulk video. I tried to do something different rather than the Mercedes hands, so I did something different with these hands and I thought it went really nice. Here's a quick look at the MAS hands as well. So let's put them to one side and we can go ahead and start getting ready to take these off. So this is a new technique that I've been using. This is what I see everyone else on YouTube doing, so I'm going to give it a go. You just got to put some plastic down so you don't scratch your hands and dial. And then these little tools, they kind of like pry the hands off, and it worked quite well. My other tool works just as good, but there is a risk of scratching the dial, which I have done on a few watches. But you can see there's a bit of dust as well, which I promise I clean that off. So before you put the new hands on, you got to set the date. So when it goes over to 30, it snaps, and that means it's on midnight. And this is the Rodico, which will just take up some of that dust quite nicely. There we go. Looks so much better with just a tiny bit of extra attention to detail. And the Rodico actually serves two purposes for me. It can pick up the hands like this with a lot more control than tweezers, and it also cleans the dial. So putting on the hour hand very nicely. It looks so much better already. The colours and the loom matches perfectly, so I don't know if I show it, you might see it in a minute, but when it's been in the sun all day and then it goes dark, the loom is incredible. It makes me really like this watch. And after I fit the minute hand, I noticed there's a slight bend on the, I don't know how to say it, but like the bottom half, like the silver half, there's a slight bend. It doesn't rub, it doesn't affect the watch, but I know it's there. And I also noticed there's a mark underneath the dial. So off screen, I'm going to remove the hands and straighten them up, and I'm going to clean up the dial. But I'm not going to show you that, I don't want it to get too long. But this is just making sure everything's to the best standard. So in the next clip, you'll see, I'm going to zoom in, and you can see they're straight. And the dial has been cleaned up, which a lot of you will probably comment saying, oh, you've ruined the dial, you've not cleaned it. I've cleaned it, and that's the best it's going to get. So this is fitting the second hand, and it's actually so hard. You have to take so much time, and that was like my 5th or 6th attempt, so I've just cut it out, and there we go. So you can see close up now what I meant. The seconds hand matches the hour markers perfectly. It's also got the same loom, and the hour and minute hand also match up with the same loom, so it's such a good fit. And I wish I did this in the beginning. My mistake, and the comments have really helped me to get this watch to where I want it to be. So we can go ahead with the rebuild process now. So oh yeah, this is a dust blower, so it just gets rid of that fine little dust, the specks, everything. So we can just go ahead and put the case back on. So with this little watch, I don't know what it's called, I just flip it back around, and there's not going to be any risk of scratching it on the desk. And it doesn't go in straight away, so you've got to be very gentle, because you could bend things, but you can push down and it fits perfectly. And you can see the watch is running really nicely with that NH35 movement. Fitting the crown, there's 2 ways you can do it. Always make sure it's lined up so the stem doesn't bend, and then personally I just rotate it and push it in, but some people will push that small lever back in, which opens it up, and then pushing it back in. But I've never had any issues by just forcing it back in, because it like clicks. So one more thing that I'm doing, which I didn't on the original video, is I'm going to use a bit of, it's like grease lubricant, and this helps it to be waterproof. I probably 100% won't go swimming in this watch. I would love to. I think it would be perfect, especially with the rubber strap, but I just don't trust that it's going to be waterproof. There's too many ways it could leak through. It could leak through the case, although I have done the lubrication. I've got the gasket on, and I do seal it quite tight, but then it could also leak through the crown, like if that's not tight enough or the rubber's not perfect, and water can seep in that way. So unless I pressure tested the watch, which I'm not doing at the minute, it's not going to be worth it. I don't want to ruin this watch. It's a very nice and flashy watch. I've had a lot of compliments with it, and I think it's probably my favourite watch I've ever built, and I won't be ever getting rid of this one. So apologies for some of the reflections in the video. I'm going to put it on my wrist and show you in the bit of a darker light so you can see it better. But that's it running, and I do like how it reflects off the light as well, that glass. It's really nice. So here it is on the wrist. It looks really nice with that strap. It's really high quality, and I love it. I've also put the Seiko logo on the strap. So guys, like I said at the beginning, thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.